Yes.
Let me get it real quick. I don't know why I did that.
This is going to be Romans again. It's going to be chapter 2. Romans chapter 2, verse 12. And it says, let me get there. Romans 2 and 12, it says, verse 13, it says, "For not the hearers of the law are just before the power, but the doers of the law shall be justified."
Not the hearers, but the doers. Yahweh Shai, yeah, it's not all about the law not going to save you, but faith should push you to keep the law, to keep from sinning. Okay. That's the difference between willful and ignorant sinning. Willfully is like, Yahweh Shai died on the cross. I'm gonna go eat this pork sandwich. Yeah.
Well, willingly means you just don't care, but you know better.
Yeah, and that goes to your lack of fear. You willingly push a wrong doctrine to get some paper. Okay, Most High not gonna have favor on you. Because you're just trying to, justify the difference between, if I, what's the Most High gonna do to me if I excluded all these people? No, and you know better. But hey, the Most High put that spirit on you to come out, and it's all just for the edification, of His doctrine. To sift out the undesirables, okay? But it's so much more important in these times that true gospel continues to get pushed out, and clarification on subjects. Now, that lady was only going to get it if she submitted, all right? And that's with every woman. It's not about it's okay if you don't have a head over you. You don't, the ultimate head over you is Yahweh Bashim Shah. And He will provide a man, in these upcoming times of distress. All right, He will provide that for you if you're sincere, and if you're a lady of the elect. Right. Or he gonna still provide a covering for you.
Well, ultimately, the angel is a covering for you.
Right.
Right. The angel that is over you right now is still a man.
Say that in 1 Corinthians.
Right. So it is that hedge of protection that Yahweh Shemiel Shai has over these single women of the elect. All right. And we didn't really get to dig into that point. The water for bringing it out. All right. But Yahweh Shemiel Shai can provide the increase to any and everyone that He wants.
And then, like we brought out, you got to go through the process of learning, relearning. All right, because what happens when you try to learn this truth? Satan try to creep in. He try to, get you out the way. You don't really, and then that's when all the doubt comes. But what? That's when you go to the precepts for that understanding. Say, no, this is, just as Yahweh Shah was battling Satan. All right, in the wilderness, He used the word to rebuke him. It's no different from when you learn it, all right? But you have to have that solid foundation. You have to have the names of Yahweh Shai, all right?
She was saying about the men, the men in her life, the pastors and
they did you wrong, but Yahweh Bashim Shai didn't. Yeah, that was a learning experience.
Exactly.
To know what a wicked man looks like. In the garden, you have to learn both
good and evil.
You will learn good and evil and be like gods.
Yep.
We're in the process of becoming gods again.
Yep.
True powers, the perfection of the image of perfection.
Is that immortality?
Yeah, that power stems is from relearning righteousness.
That is.
And performing it, understanding it.
That's the entrance into eternal life.
It's a process.
Right. As she was saying, I'm on my path, on my process. Right. It's a process. understanding, hey, and knowing that, you know, like the brother said, hey, she's not going to get everything right here, right now, right this second, you know. But if Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, he gave her the spirit to come up here, all right, and listen and really be humble.
Yeah, and we know that it's going to be difficult for a woman to hear. Well, the scriptures say, Job 39:17, wisdom is not imparted into her.
Right.
That's why you had women of, and those are the ordinances that woman is going to have to come to terms with.
Yep.
Knowing her rank in the order of all things. I'm not saying that you're insignificant, but you're less than a man. All right. You have to learn in silence, be in subjection. All right. Woman means servant. In the etymology of it. This world has pushed that mindset of pride, all right, of a proud woman. What does it say in Jeremiah? That a woman should come past a man, go get that status, and that was all a plot of this devil.
And there goes back pushing the narrative, understanding what the brother was talking about, the WIC programs, the EBT, the SNAP.
And guess what? All that's going to go away, is going away, literally as we speak.
Yep. And that's why you see the shifting. All right? The shifting of gears and then the sifting. All right? It used to be they were on high, full steam ahead. Now they had to slow it down and pull it back a little.
They had the power.
Right. The mental illness, mental health, and all this stuff is starting to take its toll on them. All right? But nevertheless, hey, that was that lady came up here to further the testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahushai's word, giving another clear-cut example.
You know, so-called white-looking women, all right, which this week been on Gentiles.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the last couple weeks been on, you know, Gentiles who receive salvation, and, you know, understanding that the history behind this Bible after, you know, that during the Greek Empire, all right, a Greek influence or Hellenized that land. That's why Daniel 8 talks about Alexander the Greek as a he-goat, because he was, you know, he ran through that bitch real quick and got all that territory. Okay, and then they had Hellenization, forcing the so-called Israelite man, woman, and child to abide by their customs and disregard the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
No. Hey, the Spirit's letting you talk. I'm not gonna cut you.
No, I was just saying. There's some scriptures.
I got it. Great.
Spirit had you on fire. Keep going.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 22, verse 14, and it says, "What is heavier than lead, and what is the name thereof but a fool?" Verse 15, "Sand and salt and a mass of iron is easier to bear than a man without understanding."
Right. Hey, man without understanding, not knowing and understand the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. First and foremost, not understanding the name, having the name. All right? The name is, hey, first and foremost, the most important thing to receive salvation. The Holy Spirit cannot dwell with you unless you are provided the name. You hear the name, and then the Holy Spirit, it comes into you. It took the name for the Holy Spirit, to stir up your pure mind. All right? Because you heard Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the Holy Spirit was right there. Said, "Ha, got you. Receive it, or don't receive it." All right? What's heavier? Hey, this doctrine is a heavy, light burden. All right? It's heavy in wisdom and knowledge and understanding. But it's light because it should be your delight in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, seeking after your own salvation with fear and trembling.
It says the depths of knowledge. There's a precept. I don't know if it's in Job or who can know the depths of Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, pretty much it's an infinite. The Most High is infinite wisdom.
Yep.
You know, that's why his eyes are, you know,
10,000 times brighter than the sun.
And we can't be in the presence of the Most High Himself, unable to with, you know, to hold that knowledge, or to even physically be in the presence of that image. That's why he, you know, when he showed Moses his image, showed him the back, you know, his backside.
Right. Yeah, because that wisdom, that glory, that majesty, right, is too much.
And even then, something had to come and cover, you know.
Right. You have more in that direction?
Yeah, I had another. This is Sirach 23 and 15. It says, "The man that is accustomed to opprobrious words will never be reformed all the days of his life."
Break it down.
So a man that's accustomed, meaning that he's used to it, opprobrious words. Can you look at the word opprobrious? It's
Said what word?
opprobrious. It's spelled O
Hold on. Can I spell it?
O-P-P
Uh-huh.
R-O-B-R-I-O-U-S. Opprobrious.
Wait, let's spell it one more time. O-P-P-R-O-B-R-I-U-M. Wait, I'm sorry.
It's spelled O-P-P-R-O-B-R-I-O-U-S.
Opprobrious means expressing scorn or criticism.
So someone that's accustomed to that, he's not going to be reformed because that's all he's known.
It says too, opprobrious is a heavy-duty word to describe something taught, something tainting or shameful.
So there you go.
Teaching shameful things.
And he can't be reformed, which means he can't be, you know, rehabilitated. Verse 16, 2 sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire.
A haughty mind. All right, always quick to anger. Right, not understanding, not wanting to, hey, listen, be quiet and listen, and humble down. But a hot mind, always on go mode. All right, anybody can get it. I'm that dude.
Nobody
All right?
can
That
whoop.
pride, nobody can whoop me. All right.
And it says, a hot mind is a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed. A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he hath kindled the fire.
Right, and what is a fornicator? Right.
Someone who's all about that sexual immorality.
Right. Hey, it's not just sexual fornication. It's also
Idolatry.
Idolatry, lusting. Like there's so many ways to be taken out of the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And ultimately, hey, giving into your flesh, giving into the way of the world, and denying the way of the word. That word being Yahweh Shai, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, it is this very thing that lies on your salvation. Obedience, understanding, wisdom, and knowledge, seeking the grace and mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
That's all I had on that one.
This is what it said in GNT. It was in Sirach 23, 15.
Yeah. That's what that.
Yeah, in the GNT it says, if you fall into the habit of using offensive language, you will never break yourself of it as long as you live. You know, scriptures say, he that you speak it.
Life and death in the power of the tongue.
Life and death in the power of the tongue. That's another one. I was saying he that thinketh so he is.
Yep.
You know, but if you always scorning or talking offensively, well, against the scriptures, you ain't never gonna receive no knowledge. Says there are. This is verse 16. There are a number of ways to sin and bring down the Lord's anger, but sexual passion is a hot blazing fire that cannot be put out at will. It can only burn itself out. You know, and that's why Paul was saying, if a man,
If he burn,
yeah,
let him
burn.
Let him
Wish all men could be like me, and not be with the woman, but if a man burn,
let him get a woman. Get you a wife.
it says a man who lives for nothing but sexual enjoyment will keep on until the fire destroys him. To such a man, all women are desirable, and he can never get enough as long as he lives.
Right. Hey, you can never get enough. That means, hey, you have no dick discipline. All right. Easiest way to say it. Right. It hurts.
That's the lust.
Right.
You're giving in to that lust of the flesh. Alright?
It takes a certain amount. It takes a certain amount of discipline. All right. You have to. Hey, it's all right to deny yourself sometimes. All right.
And that goes with
All things.
but when you practice
Abstinence.
abstinence, but fasting, you could fast from different things. That's really the affliction of yourself, not giving into those lusts. That's what helps you control, those things. So many times where you set to go on a fast, and hey, you either forgot about that you was on a fast, and eat something real quick, like shit. It don't hit you till maybe sometimes 5 minutes after.
Yeah. You're like, damn.
Somebody give you a
Piece of candy.
Taste this.
Yeah.
And that's why Idris had to shut himself off.
That's when all the free food comes.
He had to shut himself. Yeah, everybody like I've been doing these deliveries. I don't never get nothing clean. Like I'll come up on some plates and stuff every once in a while. What's going on? What's going on, OG?
All right.
Y'all all right?
It's been a minute. You doing
Shalom.
good?
You already know.
Right on.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Yep.
One. Yes,
Shalom,
sir.
y'all. Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Yes, sir.
All right, Shalom. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
No, just practicing discipline in all things. Let me grab this one quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6:17. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. Sir.
Yep. All right. Hey.
The Israelites.
Hey, yeah. Bashim Yahweh Shah is making his return soon. Hey, Lord willing.
Yeah, the
All right.
desire of discipline. It comes from, knowing what. Let me see what 18 say. Shit, I went to the wrong chapter. Verse 18. This is what that discipline is really speaking about, and love is the keeping of her laws, and giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption.
Right. It's the assurance of incorruption. Hey, so that you shall not depart. You shouldn't. Hey, you won't have to worry about it. As long as you tend unto discipline, you keep that thing that's holy near and dear unto you.
What did Yahweh Bashim Yahweh give us? All right, to show His love, the wisdom, the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Yep.
Okay. What is true love for the Most High? Keeping those laws, statutes, and commandments
Right.
to the best of our ability on these topics. Practicing, keeping His order, because this is what this goes back to.
Yep.
Keeping the order from the beginning. We were fallen, chastised, now we're making that way back. The Lord sent His prophets in these times to usher in the return of the Messiah.
Hey, we've fallen, but we can get up. In Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. He's the one that is helping us out.
Yeah.
All right? Hey, being dry bones in the valley, dry bones don't live. They don't move. But Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he said, I'm not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. All right, so he refreshes and renews and makes life again. To have life is to be moving and to have action.
Yeah, that's why I said cast off that mortal man.
Right.
You know, that weak nature. The weak nature is the flesh. That's the feelings, emotions. Oh, God can't judge a little baby. That wasn't God.
He killed the baby.
Well, it was.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, has there been evil in the city and I have not done it?
Yeah, there's dark and light. You tell that to the modern day Christian. That no. No.
No way.
You don't
he wouldn't do that.
understand that was a judgment sent out from the Most High.
Like recently, what just happened was road rage. An Edomite shot at an Issachar, and the baby got taken. And he said, "I didn't know it was a kid in there." Judgment, you know, that's showing you. There's no respect
Judgment
for
on both
person.
sides. Because now this dude is
Anybody
locked
can
up.
get it. Yeah. Anybody can get it.
Yeah, like, and those are all vessels, you know, that the Lord was using for that, you know, for their judgment.
Ultimately an ensemble.
Huh?
Ultimately an example for us.
Yeah. Another example, show you that, hey, this man, you know, he's the wicked, seeking to slay, you know, the righteous.
Yep.
You know, it could have been his judgment too. Now he got to suffer, you know, being locked up for something wicked that he did in this life and in the past life. I'm not saying that was wicked, but
Right.
you know, he didn't mean to do it, but yet he still got to suffer the consequences, right?
He was a good person.
Well, his reaction was, "I didn't know it was a baby in the car.
Right.
What was the point of you shooting anyway?"
And we in these times of these curses that we're living in, and they pass it on to the other side.
Yep.
Right.
We in this translation from one kingdom to another. So, hey, more.
Transition.
Well, I was quoting Sirach 10, where it says
Okay, yeah.
one kingdom is translated. I mean, the goods are being translated, but these curses is getting transferred over to our enemies.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Transfer. Over.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah,
the same.
it's both.
I mean, the goods and riches are getting translated to Jacob.
Yep. Yeah, but those curses are clinging onto these other nations.
Right. That's why all, you know, your children, you know, starting with the women, is being corrupted.
So Deuteronomy 37.
But like, you know, I think Elder Malcolm posted a picture. It was first one was women in the 80s, and it was 90s, or you know, something like that. Women in the 70s, women in the 80s, and it's just, you know, it keeps scrolling through. It says 2025, and all these, you know, Kim K, lip filler,
Real fellow.
booty injected, you know, but they was all so-called white women.
Dot boxes.
You know, they had the little, you know, when they was in the flash dance apparel type
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Workout gear when that was in fashion.
Yeah.
But now look at them. They you know, what is that? That's not a woman.
Right.
Shit.
Doing what they.
You don't, you know, we can't really truly say we know what, especially this Gen Z, they don't know what a woman is.
Right.
They never, most of them didn't feel that love of a woman from their mother to know what it is,
Right.
you know?
Nurturing. The care.
Is that
The femininity.
The Bible say, you know, the woman of these days is like an ostrich.
Right.
You know?
Has no care. Forgetful.
Stomp out, you know, her own eggs. You know, that's how they take care well,
That's why they have Planned Parenthood.
what's that in? Is that Wisdom of Solomon? Where he say that you gotta give it, I myself a mortal man. This was from Solomon Prime.
Somebody gonna crash today. I already got a feeling.
Man, I did so many.
Gonna crash right
With that rain that hit, there was so many crashes when he was out of town. I was like, I'm going home. This is no, it's not 5, 7. Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon. Just to bring out that point. Wisdom of Solomon 7:1. I myself also a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And this is the point. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. So in that that pleasure, being in the womb, that was a downtime. That was a peaceful time for us when we were in that womb.
Not these days.
Hell no.
Not these days. These babies got all kinds of. They attack. They attack the
These
children in the womb.
smoking a cigarette, blunts, drinking.
Music is
Yeah.
being played, frequencies, the whole 9 yards.
They ain't there.
Jesus.
Chicken to try to get their ass out.
Right.
Can't get it out fast enough. I don't know what, if these women still laying with other men or whatnot.
The petri dishes of their body. Right.
That's a war zone.
Right.
With the modern day
World.
brute beast.
Right. Hey, the womb is likened unto the world now.
If it applied to you, Now there still is, they still are, good women. That's why it said that a virtuous man will find, a virtuous woman.
Yeah.
A good man gonna find a good woman. It's just slim pickings.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you that's a blessing. That's a blessing for a righteous woman to come in and find you a good man.
Yeah. Right. Hey.
Come across a good man that wants you.
Right. Hey, the Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai says the pleasures and the cares of life should be together. All right. The duality of man and woman, being on one accord, pleases the Most High.
Being one accord with Yahweh Shemi Shai.
Right. Being a woman agreeing with her husband following after Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. All right. Hey, this is pleasant in the eyes of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. There's nothing better. Why? Because that man, gives seed, she receives seeds, and they bring child up together. Young men, young women, to praise Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, to further the legacy and to glorify his name and his majesty. This is the duty of men. All right, this is the duty of the Israelite man, woman, and when they are children, to glorify Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, to glorify his purpose, his nation, and what he has purposed his nation for.
This is Wisdom of Solomon. This is back in 6, starting 19. And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High. And that's one of that's this devil's main attack on Jacob, is to make us not near the Most High, to cast those cords. All right, feed us, down the line, sin, influence all that sin, abomination. Okay, as long as I do this, I can stay in power, and the Most High is not dealing with it. All right, but y'all messed up, made the internet, and the Lord, put this gospel on. Y'all the Lord put the spirit on you to release the internet to the public. All right, the deceived and the deceiver are both his.
All right, and it's ultimately, to release to the public, because it's like what is that movie? Shawshank Redemption. All right, this is a Shawshank Redemption is slowly, picking away. slowly picking away at the infrastructure ultimately for the great escape. The escape is the deliverance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Because he said he will make, lift up the skirt of these devils, uncover, he's going to uncover everything. That's what we're seeing.
Yep.
Hey, Epstein files,
And which is
Go crazy.
that's a rabbit hole.
shit. Everything a little bit here, a little bit there. Now it's coming back to everybody.
See, now but what they doing with that, they trying to control the narrative with it.
This is and now these are grooming schools and everything,
Yep.
right?
We're not gonna get that whole truth. Best believe.
Absolutely not.
Not until if we get that, hey, the missiles is flying off.
Right.
The MOT probably come before the Epstein files.
Right. Yeah. Hey, but
know?
we'll know all things. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will eventually know, hey, the full story
I mean, it's
of
already
what this
been
devil's
said,
doing.
though.
Yeah.
We know what's on there, but that information has came out. It hasn't came out through
Right.
the horse's mouth.
Well,
Yeah,
it came out when they showed all the Jakes that was on that list, but comparing to the enemy, the Edomites, that one. You see what I'm saying? They showed the list of the celebrities and the influencers and shit, but what about the ones behind the scenes?
Right.
Pit them in the front, but the ones who's running this shit. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And that's all I'm saying. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to give, he is just going to let everything in every way and all the bullshit that has been happening to his nation, be revealed. Every single thing, as you've seen over the last couple of years, these churches, finding these bones under these Catholic churches, of Issachar, of Judah, history being revealed.
And that's undeniable blood on their hands. So the Lord said, since they shed, since you pursue blood,
Blood shall pursue you.
right? And that's what was coming. That's what's coming for you, Esau.
You can't run from it.
That's what's coming from you. You still have to suffer the curse that the Most High marked you with. You still have to experience that justification that you never received. Can you grab Ecclesiastes 3 and I think it's 18? No, 8 and 11. My bad. It should be sons of men in their hearts to do wicked.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not exceeding speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set of them to do evil.
They fully set to do evil in their minds because they ain't experienced that judgment.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't received that reward. And hey, as the scriptures say, what's that, Nahum? The Lord is not one to quit. And then can you read down on that?
Yeah, I got you. Oh, he's telling me. Okay. Back on Ecclesiastes 8 and 12, it says, through a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged.
Mm-hmm.
Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High Yahweh Shai, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High.
Yep. There's no uprightness in him. He doesn't fear the Most High. But guess what? Hey, it's not going to be well with you. Was there more on it, or?
Oh, there is vanity which is God.
Which one were you trying to paraphrase? Which one were you trying to paraphrase in Nahum?
Nahum running
Sorry, that was content. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That was it.
I got it. Yeah. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 2. It says, the Most High is jealous, and the Lord reverent revengeth. The Most High revengeth and is furious. The power will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
Yep, I think you could read that one more. But where is Yahweh Shai returning for that vengeance? It said in Isaiah the 63rd chapter, All right. It says that who is this that cometh to Bosra with dyed garments for Edom? You know, paraphrasing. But he's returning to that Edomite central hub, you know, which is Babylon the Great, the head of this beast, the whore riding the beast system, the beast, the dragon. All right. So it's, you know, as Bosra was the capital, you know, America is that main place of judgment. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is coming with dyed garments of Bosra, symbolizing all the bloodshed that's going to happen here. So up to the horse's bridle. Okay, you got it.
Nahum chapter 1 verse 3. It says, the power is slow to anger and great in power, and will not all acquit the wicked. The power hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
He will not acquit the wicked. You don't get that the glove don't fit. Okay? You don't get a pass. Okay? Slow to wrath. Why was he slow to wrath? Because he had to teach his people a lesson. You know? He had to chastise his nation. That's the only reason why he was letting you do what you do. For our benefit. Everything that Yahweh Hashem Al-Shai did from the beginning was for the benefit of Israel. And he wrote the story to play out like this so we could become gods. Okay, so we could get back that inheritance, return and truly appreciate his love.
You have more on that?
No, that was it.
It's Jeremiah 10:1. It says, hear ye the word which Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahushai, speaking unto you, O house of Israel. This said the Lord, then not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heaven are dismayed at them.
Read that again.
Jeremiah 10:1, 2. This said Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right, dismayed at them. Right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, don't learn after the way, don't go after the way of the heathen, don't go after your own way. All right, because you've been going after this Western philosophy. All right, you clung onto these doctrines, as the brother was just speaking of. Right, we're not to take heed to the way of the world.
We in a holiday season.
Right.
You know? Where everybody's supposed to be married. There's a show on Apple TV. I ain't started watching it, but it's called Pluribus. And this lady, she the only one out of like the whole area scene or the whole world. I only watched the trailer. That this drug that they were giving everybody makes them happy.
Yeah.
So she's the only one that it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. She's like an anomaly. Okay, so she's like losing her shit. She just, you know, pissed at everybody, and you know she doesn't have that sorcery didn't work with her.
Right.
But everybody else, like, you know, you can't say nothing to bother them and shit.
Hey, that's being against the grain.
But that's the spirit that they push it. You know,
Everybody's happy.
happy holidays.
Yeah, everybody's happy.
You see the little sign with Kwanzaa,
All the one world.
coexist shit. You know, everybody PC. You know, but at the same time, nice to your face. Look at all the road rage and bullshit, and go in a parking lot of a mall right now. See how long it take you to get cussed out. Drive around that shit for about 5 minutes.
There might not be anybody in there.
you might get,
Everybody
you know,
broke.
right, or you go to like one of, there might not be nobody in there. A couple cussing each other out at Walmart. Jack was going off on his woman. I told you it wasn't gonna be this expensive, but you had to get all this other stuff. like that.
Hey, we in those times.
Right. But you just had to go get everything else. I had it set up to where it wasn't gonna be that much, but now you complaining. But all that extra shit, that's what you added.
Right. That's the times that we're in. Right? Hey, famine. All right. Chaos, disorder. All right. The charagma is on the brink. Right? All this is gearing up for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's return. So the Most High Yahweh tells Yahweh Shai, let's get it done.
Yeah,
Go and get done. Let's bring my children, bring my people back unto.
Lord come in as a thief in the night. When, a time of low immorality and chaos, really.
Right. Hey, households, your foes of your household are being shown. All right. Everybody's starting to spiritually, in a way, start choosing their side. Or even for a lot of these women, hey, they're beginning their downfall.
They showing that they are enemy.
Right.
Picking the side of the serpent.
Yeah.
And the further they fall, the more desperate you're going to see them get.
But definitely Eve with the whole hitting target on Judah. And the hit list on them. We want them all executed. We want them all dead. But then you got the story of the Judite bitch. Thought it was greener on the other side. Got with Edomite, got put on fire. Stupid.
Yeah, but they turn around and say, no, they don't love the so-called the so-called black man doesn't love the so-called black woman.
No, she don't love herself.
Right.
All right. Hey, most women of the nation of Israel, starting with the head tribe of Judah women, all right, don't love themselves.
Yeah, that's why you wear,
Eyelashes.
put that
Fake
image,
hair.
that image of the of the so-called white woman on.
Right.
Your neck don't match your
And
your neck don't match your face.
And did not the scriptures say, envy thou not the oppressor?
Right, and that's the envy that Judah has. You women of the nation of Israel always envy other women, even the so-called Mexican woman. All right, she's using lightening cream just like Eve. She's trying to lighten up. Bleaching, even though she already got similar hair qualities. All right, hey, here it is. She want to dye blonde.
Yeah.
All right, using contacts, so on and so forth.
While you trying to be like them, they trying to be like you.
Right, because you are the standard. All right, but right now your standard is below average. You are below par. All right, it's a horrible thing. But all this, is for the glorification and magnification of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's word. He made good on his promise that the whole nation will be destroyed. All right, and destroying the nation is first destroying the women. All right, you're securing the generations to come. Hey, to be a little bit less each generation.
Yeah, and saying destroyed, not done away with.
Right. Hey, to be in a horrible case,
Yeah.
to be brought very low.
Because that's going to humble you.
Right.
Humble you to come back. The fear has to be put into you to get right. And that's just, the last of the, of the elect.
Right, and
But it's also for the wicked too, to be like, damn, I need Yahweh by Shemiel Shah.
right.
To wake up to that realization. But he's like, well, guess what? You had your chance. Boom.
See you on the other side. But for women are receiving the hell now because this was the queendom. They were hand in hand with Esau.
Yep.
So Eve now, she's really starting to go through her test. All right? All you women of the nation of Israel are now really, truly starting your test. especially those of you who are waking up right now. All right, hey, hearing and understanding. We know, like the brother, like we were saying earlier, you were saying earlier, hey, not every woman is going to get it. Not every man's going to get it. And it's going to be, hey, hard for you to receive it. But nevertheless, you still have to come to a certain amount of realization that you are not the prize. Your way is not the way.
Yeah, you women that have woken up to that right now are in a way better case, and will be, I'll say, not now, but will be in a way better case than, you know, one of these women that are fighting. A woman that woke up to that order and to the necessity of a man, because that's essential for you.
Right. It's not a luxury. All right. A man is not a luxury for a woman.
Where there is no covering the
Correct. And I was thinking, Heather, there's no protection.
yeah, no hedge.
No
That's
hedge.
what it is.
Yeah.
I gotta grab it now. Yep. Ecclesiasticus, can you get
What is it?
damn.
Yeah, Sirach?
No, a man should be a covert. You know where that is at, Daraj? I believe in
Isaiah 30.
32, 2.
Yep.
This is Ecclesiasticus 36 and 25, where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled. And what do the scriptures say? When a man begetteth a wife,
You get at the possession.
he getteth a possession. Now, to the woman's point, she may have had, you know, a real bad mind, a real bad mind. No, you know, ungodly men placed in her life doing wicked things.
Right.
You know, whatever it may be. Not to make a joke out of it, but yeah. Hey, truthfully, anybody outside of the gospel, anybody outside of the elect is not a good man.
Right.
All right,
They're just males.
Whatever.
They're just males.
You know, anybody out that does not have this truth, and you can't really even call yourself a man.
Yep.
You know.
Much less a good person.
She's a square bear from Delaware.
So, you know, that's, you know, but if you chose in your wickedness to be with a wicked man, and now you woke up to the truth and you gotta be, you fighting the demon, well, pray to Yahweh Shem Al Shai to make a way out of it. And you use, you know, abide, you know, don't be stupid.
Right. Hey, you use what Yahweh Shem Al Shai has given you. Use the scriptures. All right. Here it is. You got the epistles and the apostles, hey, telling you through the epistles being put out. All right. The prophets, hey, giving you sound doctrine and giving you in the word.
Yeah.
Just because you're a woman and you're with a wicked man, you're still up under that man.
And you still have a cover.
You still have a cover.
No, what does it go for salvation?
A righteous woman can bring, yeah, right.
See,
Can
same
save a
thing,
wicked man.
Same thing like Timothy, his mother, you know, was in the faith.
Unbelieving, slack.
Unbelieving.
Unbelieving.
Yeah, but Timothy, his father was totally, you know, involved with those Greek customs.
Yep.
But his mother was, you know, practicing the faith.
She kept the way. Therefore, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, can provide you with what you need.
And then through that, her child was saved. He was brought up the right way.
Yep. So understanding, hey, for you women out there that do have heathen husbands and everything like that, hey, not just by flesh, All right, but by action, hey, you stay on the path and you listen to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He will guide and protect you. Pray that the Most High hear your prayers for your husband if he be of the nation of Israel.
Because the Most High can take him out the way.
All right.
Or, you know, he allowed that man to take care of you for your deliverance.
Right.
You know? So
So
you
you-
might find out that he a Jake. You
Right.
never know.
Yeah. All right. But that you have that hedge of true protection around you.
Man, yeah, we saying this though, if you chose to be with a straight up devil, you know, he might, hey, I highly doubt you gonna be saved. The Lord can do anything. Brother, you got, where you got Isaiah?
I got it.
32. Read that real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2. And it says, "A man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest."
That's it. A hiding place from the wind, a covert from the tempest. We know that destroying wind and tempest, you know, and that's a destruction.
Hey, that's a destruction that's going to take place on the shores of Babylon the Great, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, Rome 2.0, here on the shores of America.
So hey, that man is gonna be that covert, hiding place, and he's gonna be your safety.
Right? Hey, this is and the word is the only way to truly escape. He first has to find and understand the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You
Right.
have to believe in the doctrine. You have to cling unto prophecy. You have to cling unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, to be delivered. There's no other way out of this hellhole.
The only other things that the Lord, you know, take you early so you don't gotta suffer, you know, as that scripture say, you know, no one consider the righteous man that passed away before.
Mhm.
And pretty much it was just Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, having mercy on that soul to not have to live through this evil.
Right. Hey, and still one or two things is going to happen. Either you're going to wake up and be on the chariot, or you're going to wake up and be waiting for judgment.
Yeah, that's a Daniel,
Wait,
Daniel the 12th chapter.
yeah, wake up for that lake of fire. All right?
Yeah, it's either deliverance or destruction.
Those are the only ways that you're going to wake up in that coming day. All right? Because he gave you a clear notion to let you know if you are woken up, right, and you are righteous, you will be on the chariot. You will be there first. We're going to get everybody else. But if you wake up and you're walking on the earth, if you see cousin Ray Ray on the earth, right, that's a pretty good indication that cousin Ray Ray didn't make it. All right? Because all these souls, hey, everybody will appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right?
How to pray. This is Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. And it says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment." So, you know, don't affiliate yourself with the majority of these people in their doings, because you already know that they don't have the way, they don't have the truth. So why follow after what they're doing? You know, don't indulge in their philosophies and their revelings and all that. So don't join them in a multitude to do evil.
Right.
Okay? You let them follow your way. You follow a different path, and hopefully it's a better one.
Right.
Straight and narrow.
Hey, we understand through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai the times we're coming into. Hey, the MOTB it's past knocking on the door. It's got the key in the lock. All right. This shit is about to pop. All right. Jacob's trouble. Hey, we are in the midst of it. things are being shown, things are being seen, orders are being, put out. Now this devil, this is another notion to him speeding up the time. Why? Because his nakedness is being uncovered. Not only through those Epstein files, all right, but overall across the board.
You also can see it on their 2026 art agenda of how they want to come in 2026.
Hey, those and what Secretary of War, I forget his Pete Hegseth,
Except,
right? What did he do to Venezuela? What are they saying now? Stuff is unlawful. All right, hitting these boats from Venezuela, Colombia. All right, the landing on their land. All right, trying to absorb authority. All right, miscalculation on his part. It was a miscalculation. All right, hey, going in to prove that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is speeding this thing up. You can't make too many mistakes like that. All right, it's not. Oh, my bad. My bad. That doesn't sit well. All right, hey. These people will suffer the consequences, which will bring way to World War III. All right, the MOTB, everything. All right, let's get the MOTB and we'll go ahead and close out. You can start at 13 and 15.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be deleted."
Right, and this is what this devil is gearing up. He not only has his digital tattoos, his Walmarts, digital ID.
Which, Illinois is came out with that they're going to start it on the Apple.
Yeah. 2026, your children receive it. All right, any child that is born in 2026. All right, all this stuff is already gearing up. Hey, the groundwork has been laid out for the last the last 200 years they've been planning this thing, at least. All right, but now the groundwork for the infrastructure has been laid out within the last 10 to 15 or 15 to 20 years.
They have the technology to do it.
Right. Hey, the RFID, CHIP, all right, is the MOTB. This will allow you, this will allow them to have that technology to bring you into the so-called new age.
Control.
Right, the control, the technocracy that's set up. Your universal basic income.
Demolition man way of living.
Right?
Revelation 13 and 16. "And he caused us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or their foreheads."
Right. Hey, all. Through Neuralink, through neural web, all right? Through any other means of the technology base, so that you cannot buy or sell unless you have this. You cannot access the internet. You cannot access the grocery stores. You cannot access going to the movies. You cannot access anything unless you are with this man's system.
You'll be exiled.
You will be exiled from the system because why? You're not a part. And this is what this devil wants to do and what he will do. Why? Because it's prophecy. It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who is separating, who is sifting. All right? His elect, his non-elect.
He in control.
Right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is in control. But this hour of temptation will befall all the world. But especially that world of Israel. All right? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. The nation of Israel, that's the world But even though the whole world will have to suffer through it, but it's that world right there who are not to be partakers of it. All right?
In verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. Unless you get with this man's system, right? You won't be able to buy or sell. Hey, that RFID CHIP is the MOTB. All right. This is that sign that you're looking for. As the pulpit pimps won't tell you the truth. All right. This is that thing that will get you a guaranteed spot in the lake of fire. You will have a guaranteed spot, all right, in the lake of fire until you come back through the loins of the elect. Adawana Ratazah we be those men. Because salvation is only for the nation of Israel. All right? You partaking of that, hey, you come back through the loins of the elect, then you will know and understand. You will have that shame face. You could feel like you're burning, hey, until you come back, even though it was just for a moment. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh is a consuming fire. All right? You could spend generations, hey, getting cleansed and purified in that fire, even though it was just but a moment. Because the time of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is not our time. All right? You said one day with the Lord is 1,000 years. All right? So how much more? All right? But with that, brothers, got anything else? All right, we're going to go ahead and face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching, preaching the truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children that's learning the Bible should double down the house of David. Next time we say
Shalom, Rom Yasharella, above above. Shalom.